How you going, guys? Mark here from DNA Paints. Welcome back to the channel. On this video I'll be doing a demonstration to show you guys the level of candy bleed which you can get and prevent from happening with your artwork when using candies and also the Trident water-based airbrush paints. So I've got 3 panels here all prepped up. I'll be applying Silver Flare as the base, magenta candy colours as the candy. The first panel will be getting the Trident put over the top. I'll be using an airbrush and a stencil. The second panel will be getting a coat of FX Intercoat with the Trident put over the top. And then the third panel will be getting custom cleared, then sanded down, the Trident sprayed over the top, and then we're going to clear coat all 3 panels. And then we'll have a look and see what kind of levels of candy bleed we got on all 3 of the panels, which will eventually show you guys how you can prevent the candy bleed and also prevent it from happening altogether. With that said, let's go. So the ratio that I'll be using like today will be 1:1. So what we'll do is we'll give this a quick little shake up. Looks like we need to take off the red cap. If you're wondering why the paint's not coming out, it's because of this little cap. Basically throw a little bit in here, roughly that much. Now we've got the reducer here. So this doesn't need to be shaken, and we'll just go 1:1 roughly. So we'll throw our lid on and we'll give that a bit of a shake up, and that is the base coat which we'll be using for this video. Alrighty guys, so here we've got the FX Intercoat in aerosol. I'm just going to apply 2 medium coats over the top of this middle panel with 10 to 15 minutes between each coat, and then 15 minutes after the last coat we'll start airbrushing. Alrighty guys, so I've just got a stencil here which I'm going to be using to cheat. So this has no FX Intercoat on it, only the middle one does. What we're going to do is just lay this panel down over the top and basically do some airbrushing over the top. Just trying to keep that air on the whole time and just pull for paint. Alright guys, on this one here we've got the Trident over the top of the candy with no FX Intercoat as a barrier. On this middle one we've got the FX Intercoat over the top of the candy and a few more different pieces of the Trident. So on this one here we're going to be applying a 2K like clear coat. More than likely I'll try the custom clear, and then tomorrow we'll sand it down and apply some more base coat over the top, and then we'll apply the clear coat over all 3 pieces. Alright guys, let's examine these three pieces. So on the first panel here, we applied the Trident straight over the top of the candy, and the level of candy bleed we've got there is actually pretty bad. It's turned the white into a light purple, almost a pinky purpley kind of colour. And on the second panel here, now we still do have some candy bleed happening, but it's nowhere near as bad as the first panel. And lastly, on the third panel here, you can see that we've got no candy bleed whatsoever. So that just goes to show that by using a FX Intercoat over the top of a candy, we'll semi-seal it. Now keep in mind, we only applied one coat of the FX Intercoat. The more coats you do of the FX Intercoat over the top of your candy will reduce the amount of candy bleed you do get. Alright, so you've seen the level of candy bleed we got on each of these panels using the Trident water-based paints over the top of the candy and the FX Intercoat. Now I'm going to replicate the same kind of thing on these speed shapes here. One speed shape's already been painted in the magenta candy and the custom clear. Now on these two speed shapes, I'm going to do the same thing. Just do one coat of candy and one coat of white base coat. And as soon as that white base coat hits that candy, it's going to get candy bleed almost instantly. Now the reason why it will change instantly compared with the water-based paint is that the reducer in the white base coat actually reactivates the candy and starts that candy bleed like process straight away. So you'll actually notice that in real time when I'm spraying. Now I'm going to replicate the FX eye on this speed shape as well once the candy's down. Now instead of doing one coat, I'm going to do 3 coats of the FX Intercoat and then apply the white base coat, and then see the levels of candy bleed we get on these shapes too.
All right, and to wrap this video up, guys, you can see here that we applied the white base coat straight over the top of the candy and got instant candy bleed due to the base coat reducer in the base coat reactivating the candy and made that candy bleed happen straight away. Now on to the next one here, you can see that the FX Intercoat definitely made a difference when it comes to candy bleed and protecting that candy and also the base coats, but we still got a lot of candy bleed compared to the white shape up the end. If we put them side by side, they're very wet. So you can definitely see the big difference between the two. And if we grab the third one, we can also see that as well. So yeah, lots of candy bleed on the first shape with no FX Intercoat, a little bit of candy bleed with the middle one, and no candy bleed with the white over top of the Sanded Custom Clear. So there you go, guys, myth busted. Thanks for watching this video. You guys have a good one, and we'll see you next time.